Hey guys, JayKrawls here. This is a video about the MK2 again, but fully ranked out to max rank. So I want to show you what it does against um, the Ancient Sentinel and some other formations that you may see. First, we're going to start off with the Ancient Sentinel, and I used two of these guys and two mech troopers just to kind of compare them, see how they do against the guy. And I would say definitely you want to use this guy against a Sentinel. Unless you already have a formation that works for you with minimal losses, this is another unit that'll help you out. And I've not lost one anytime against Sentinel. So you see the first attack there, it got 101 damage. It crits almost every time. And the mech trooper got basically 127 damage. That's against the armor. So you see right there that the Mk2 does almost as well as the mech troopers do. But if you see that, it takes half the damage of the mech troopers, so they have a greater chance of living longer. That one did just under 120 something. So a little better now, 80 and 80 with the mech troopers. Just chewing off that armor. This drill attack here is much better than using mega tanks, and it does about as well as the legendary boars, unless the legendary boars gets a crit, which if a legendary boar gets a crit, it'll get in the 200s, which is nice. But if you don't have all these other units, and you do have the MK2s, then it's totally worth ranking up to help you against that. But later on, I'll show you why it's worth having them against all kinds of other units, because they do very well on the battlefield, and they'll probably do very well in my future boss strikes as well. So I really like the unit. Look forward to using it more often. All right, now I've just pretty much peeled off all his armor, so now we're just attacking the body of this unit, and I just wanted to use the raptor to bite him. I don't know why. Okay, here we go. So 146, which is nice. Now we're looking at a lot better damage from both the mech trooper and... So that one did almost 200 damage. It's really keeps attacking that one MK2 over there. 135 damage, so really nice. Now this attack here does 68 damage. Slowed that down a little bit for you. So that does about what a mega tank would do. And this is the rocket attack against just the body. It'll do a little less with armor, but it does 85 damage to the body, which is pretty decent. Of course, the MK2 is not going to do as much damage as the mech troopers, but they can live longer. All right, finishes it up right there, and as usual, gets nothing but some widgets and rolls. Okay, now let's look at this guy against some of the raiders. Now I can't use the rocket attack first, so I usually like to strike somewhere on the battlefield, usually to the left or the right, because it's going to do less damage over there. So here's the first rocket attack. 350 something in the middle, 200s in the surrounding. So just about knocked out the bulk of this army in one shot. Now the second shot got a crit, boom, across the board. Took out everything in the center, only leaving the two guys on the side here. So third rocket attack, I'll bring this down just so it'll do a little bit better here in the center. Finishes off the guy on the right and just about wipes out this last guy. So totally not bad for just 3 attacks. I mean, amazing. And then finishing him off with a solid crit there with the harpoon. Now let's take him against Silver Wolves. There's that drill right there powering through. And I want to do this side too. I found out if you hit the 2 guys on the ends, the harder things with the drills, and then start using your rocket attacks, it just easily takes out all the targets. Almost 300 in the center. It's also hitting the planes, which I love that about this unit. It's going to hit everything on the board. It's not a checkered pattern attack. It's just going to hit everything. So this is a second attack, and I pretty much cleared out almost most of the middle. Some of the things with armor on it is still hanging around for that shot. But now I've cleared all those out and left just the dump truck, the garbage truck over there, which I'll easily peel away with the drill here. So, and barely lost any health on any of these units. You notice that none of them are about to die or anything, because it just takes everything out so quickly, and their defenses are so high that they just don't take a lot of damage from other units. So I'm going to finish out here with Sandworms. It's immune to the poison attack, and the fire damage does very little to its armor, so it easily wipes out Sandworms and critter units pretty simply. So I'm just going to finish out here with like 3 attacks to take out all these guys. I get lucky getting a crit on this 3rd attack coming up here, and you can see that it's barely done any damage to those guys. So these guys rock. I suggest you rank them up and enjoy these units. Alright guys,